Well, if you thought the last couple promos have been a little boring, well, you're in for a treat, because Winter Wildcard is looking like it is not going to be boring by any means, and EA leaks the entire promo, or at least the entire content that will be coming out regarding SBCs for Winter Wildcard. And yes, that does indeed mean that Fut Sheriff will probably need to start applying at his local McDonald's, because his time is ticking. And also, we got literally the biggest store pack, a store pack that when I saw it, I thought, okay, is that a mistake of some kind? And I literally couldn't, I couldn't believe it. And we'll talk about that as well when we get to the leaks part of the video. Also, Mbappe, second player of the month. We got a shit ton of stuff to talk about. Let's start with the season right now. If you guys want to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. The link is in the description. Use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. My video tomorrow will not be out until after the new season comes out. I always wait till the new one drops to see what comes out, and then I make a video afterwards. So we'll be a little bit later tomorrow. And for the content today, we did get this new Winter Champions bonus that we saw leaked yesterday. Now, the unfortunate thing about this is that it's just the red player pick design again. As you can see there, it says the consumables can be used to unlock special red item shells, so it's just the same that we got last time. Now, the majority of people probably only was able to get one, so I don't mind that necessarily, but it would be kind of cool to see different card designs, you know. At least it was leaked that it was gonna be something different, and of course it comes out and it's the exact same, and it's up to win 70 games to get the second red player pick, and I think it's 70 out of 100, so it's 5 weekend leagues that you can do this in. So 70 out of 100, you've got to pretty much win 14 games a weekend, but it's just a red player pick at the end of the day. And for 60, it's an A320, and for 50, it's an A320. So it really, most people will be able to get a 60 out of 100 done, and for sure 50. So you're gonna get an A320 for free. So I think that that's really nice. 40 is an A310. It's just good rewards here. Now, the only issue is, of course, play 80 means that you're gonna see not a lot of rage quits, but you know, oh well, you have to earn your wins a little bit more outright, I suppose. But that does mean it's gonna last a bit longer, basically. Also, we got the Team of the Week evolution, which is pretty interesting. You know, I don't have any cards in here that I can even use for it, so I can't really show you any examples, but go to fut.gg if you want to look at some. I won't bother too much with it right now. We have too many things to go look at and talk about. It's okay. It's 50,000 coins. Also, the FIFA point value continues to drop and drop and drop. You know, 250 FIFA points. It's literally $2 to do the upgrade, which is like a fair price in my opinion, honestly. But it's funny that you can tell that they weren't selling FIFA points on any of these Evos when they were like 1,000 FIFA points. It was always one of the first ones. Remember, the first one was like 50,000 coins and 1,000 FIFA points or something like that. They clearly were not selling jack shit on that, which rightfully so. It was a terrible deal, but you can tell they kind of backtracked on that. But all right, we're gonna begin with what EA themselves tweeted, and we're talking about what I think is gonna happen here with more EA tweets in the future. But let's just look at the leak itself first here. So Friday, December 22nd, the first day of the promo in just 3 days, we've got a Gabriel Martinelli and a Ruud Gullit SBC, which sounds insane. Now, you will notice a lot of these pictures here, if you played FIFA the last couple of years, you'll see these icon pictures are of their base icons. So my guess is these icons are going to be cheaper and a little bit worse in stats than like their normal one. Now, of course, you would think that'd be weird with like the Bobby Moore, the Ian Wrights, right? They might make them a little bit more meta. We could see some downgraded versions of like bigger icons, like we saw with Zidane, right? Maybe Gullit is coming in the promo as a normal icon that's upgraded, and maybe his SBC is going to be a downgraded version, like a baby icon version, right? That's what my guess is going to be. So don't count on it being like the legit, you know, normal icon Gullit SBC, right? Luis Hernandez on Saturday, Kai Havertz on Sunday, Del Piero we saw on Monday, Mbabu gets one because Mbabu needs like 3 special cards a year for some reason. Bobby Moore on Wednesday, Ciro Immobile, Ian Wright, Allison, one of probably the better keepers in the game in my opinion. Devor Suker has Trivella Plus, so if he gets a better card, I'm very interested in that. Diatta, Roy Keane, John Stones, and Trezeguet. We literally have the entire outlook for player SBCs for the next 2 weeks. And you know what? I think this is EA starting to experiment with, you know, just basically leaking their content first. I think they know that they can't really stop leaks because they have to put stuff into the code beforehand. You know, it's so hard to identify who's leaking things if it's not sourced from the code or something like that. You know, it's a really difficult process. My guess is they're just going to be like, hey, like, this is what our plans are before it even gets into the code. And I think that's how you do it. I think it's like all you can do really community is have the stuff leaked by EA themselves beforehand. And the community was absolutely dancing on the grave of Fut Sheriff, undoubtedly. And then Sheriff tweeted, EA just leaked all SBC's LMAO. And that LMAO, you can just feel the pain in that LMAO. He's thinking he is shitting bricks right now. You know what? Not to just dance on this guy's grave or anything, because he's still going to be able to leak shit. Yeah, it's right here. For example, the entire Winter Wildcards Team 1 has been leaked, and it looks pretty great. Let's take a look at it. Alexia Putellas is coming, and I am... Okay. No. Dybala, who hopefully does not have Flare Plus. Please, God. Rafinha, Berardi. We got Isaac down there with the 5-star weak foot. That's going to be a sick card. Enzo Fernandez, we saw already. Marco Reus, who looks 45 in that picture. Eze. We saw Militao, Balde, Wijnaldum, and Cherky, who's 5'5", going to get in the team as well. Now, these stats are not confirmed. We could see an even more juiced out Ronaldo card. We could see all these cards end up being more juiced out than they are even in this like prediction here. It's tough to say. We could see re-released cards. We could see icons, which we're going to see icons. That's been confirmed, but obviously we could see insane icons, right? It's going to be a really fun time, hopefully, for us FIFA players, and also the market might just end up being in the mud. All right, that might happen as well, especially with these packs here. But let's go and look at the first one. We've got Elite Wildcards Guarantee Pack. Includes 3 guaranteed Winter Wildcard player items rated 86 or higher, and 20 rare gold players rated 85 or higher. So this is a 3 guaranteed Winter Wildcards pack plus 20 times 85. That is an insane promo pack. That'll be $500K. $35 of your hard-earned money, I'm sure, is what that pack's going to cost, straight into the EA CEO pocket. We've got an 81 times 100 pack as well. We're not sure if it's going to be in the store or not. Could be an SBC. I mean, I would doubt it. We saw one of those, I think, what do we see? 100 rare gold player pack, I think, last year at some point. 100 times 81 would be outrageous. Now, it could be a swap pack, potentially. Could be in the season. Tough to say, but yeah, this is going to be a pack coming in the game sometime. I just realized I'm ass, and I did not talk about the 87 plus campaign mix upgrade that came out. Now, it's about 100K. There are some really big names to get in here. You got Mbappe, Hansen, Rashford, Son, Salah. A lot of really, really nice cards that you can get in here. Of course, we have so many SBCs coming up here soon. It's just, obviously, I would not recommend doing this. But if you end up, really wanting to, you can go for it. It's not the worst gamble pack ever. But all right, back to leaks here. We've got a 2023 historical Encore pack. It includes 1 guaranteed Centurions, Triple Threat, Thunderstruck, or Ultimate Dynasties hero or icon, which is very interesting. So I'm assuming that means, yeah, the icon or hero versions of all these. I'm not sure if they would just randomly include Dynasties icons in there. So I'm assuming that he's right. It's a new promo icon / hero store pack. And it also includes 20 rare gold players rated 84 or higher. So 84 times 20 plus that. And there's this one that I was like, I almost spit my drink out when I read this one. You got 3 guaranteed Winter Wildcard player items rated 87 or higher. Also an 11 times 88 pack. I mean, that's insane. 11 times 88 pack is crazy. And this might actually break that. I think what's the most expensive pack we've ever seen? I think it's 35 bucks. This one might break that. We might see our first 5,000 FIFA point pack. EA are going right for the jugular. They're going right for the Christmas money that these 14-year-old kids are about to get. Gonna send that dopamine in as fast as possible, get them hooked on gambling, and they're set for life. We know the business model by now. I mean, that's an insane pack. I mean, that is an insane pack. We've also got the Fantastic 5 Hero Player Pick, which is a base hero player pick, 1 of 5 coming, either going to be in the store or SBC. He thinks it's going to be a store, says FUT Scoreboard. Now, most of the base heroes are not really that great anymore, so I don't actually think even a 1 of 5 is going to be like that crazy of a pick. If it was an icon pick, I would say that would be insane, but a base hero one, I'm not actually going to say is that insane. Still pretty good by all accounts, but yeah, maybe not as insane as the last one we talked about. Now, we talked about the free 500K pack. There was some leaks as well talking about, I think Fraud Zone tweeted, free 500K pack for everybody coming. And an AC FUT trader who's actually reliable said, I've seen a lot of talk about the free 500K pack. Nothing in the code indicates that this is free. We have the reward here, or the description of what it's going to look like. It says that you're seeing this pack because you've entered Ultimate Team for at least 30 days, but all it says is you're seeing this, right? It could be a 10 coin pack, a 30 coin pack. He thinks it's going to be like the first 4U page pack, because apparently we're getting that like 4U section. Okay, I mean, we don't know yet. My guess is we're going to get something for free. They usually give us a free pack of some kind, but a 500K pack like this for free, I mean, that would be insane. And I don't, that's not really up EA's alley, so I would be surprised. I wouldn't count on it, but I guess anything can happen. Now, Team of the Week 14 has been leaked as well, because that comes out today. We got Victor Osimhen, Rafael Varane, St. Maximin, Kim Min-jae, Luka Modric. It's a pretty decent team. Of course, like say, you know, St. Maximin's a featured player in it. He might actually be like really good and pretty expensive. Same goes with a Kim Min-jae or a Varane, right? It's always interesting to see who's going to get that like featured player in there. Kudus as well on the bottom there. Some interesting players in there. Definitely a better team of the week than we've been seeing recently, probably. But all right, obviously with all of the news, with the leaks and stuff like that, there's a winter wildcard crash usually around the same time every year during winter wildcard before team of the year. The market is starting to go down to not really many people's surprise. Right now, where was that Hansen card right here? 1.11. She was, I mean, 1.3 like 24 hours ago. Maybe not quite. It was like Sunday. She was 1.3 on Sunday. Now 1.11. Even the high end market's starting to drop here because people are just kind of scared about what's coming out. And I have a lot of really good cards on the way, a lot of huge store packs. Then we're getting closer to team of the year. You know, people are not really going to be interested in buying cards. We got spoiled with the fact that the last like week or two, the market's kind of stayed the same and even started to rise in some places. We might not see that again for a while, honestly. We might not see a real rise until after team of the year, which we see that rise every year, the post team of the year rise. It might not actually be until then. That's a possibility. So just be aware of that. Like the long-term outlook is not looking good. So really just try and be as liquid as possible. Avoid the obvious sell times of Sunday sell-off. Avoid the really obvious buy times of like say right when weekend league begins. You want to avoid that. That's really all I got to say because the market's just going to keep probably dropping as time goes on here. It might stabilize a little bit until like winter wildcards actually comes out. If you haven't sold yet, I actually think I'd sell into the panic, to be honest with you. So that's really that. Also, if you want to hear me talk about more player of the month Mbappe prep, I talked about that yesterday a little bit. There's not a lot of prep for me to go into really, but I did talk about like a minute or two of prep yesterday if you want to go watch that. So I saw a couple comments yesterday saying, you know, winter wild cards, or sorry, not winter wild cards, these new heroes, the Champions League heroes, you know, we saw last year with the World Cup heroes, they just rose and rose and rose. Like we saw insane rises when the World Cup heroes went out of packs. Something similar going to happen here with these ones. To me, probably not. We see a lot more promo heroes this year so far, promo icons. These cards are not quite as insane as the World Cup heroes were. I don't really love investing in these even out of packs either. I honestly don't, just because of what's on the way here. EA are not giving a fuck about the market anymore. This isn't a thing like where a couple years ago, it was like you kind of want to buy almost every promo team before they go out of packs and they'd almost always rise. It's really not like that anymore. I mean, especially at this time when we've got so much on the way. I'm not interested in buying almost anything. Fodder we'll talk about over the weekend, but right now, making investments that I'm holding for longer than 3, 4 to 6 hours, I'm not doing it. FC24 has to be one of the most bipolar games EA have ever made. Things are never slightly off center, either all the way great or all the way awful. I'd love a middle ground. I actually kind of agree with this. It feels like content is either like a smashing success or it's really just bad. You know, this person down here says, if you asked my opinions on the game 1 month ago, I'd have said it was awful, but I'm slowly enjoying it more as the game progresses. If they got Evos nailed on, it'd be such a fun grind no matter how bad the gameplay is. I totally agree with that one as well. I don't agree with this one as too much because I don't really enjoy the gameplay that much. I'm still not really enjoying the gameplay, really. There's parts of it I do like and I think there's potential in, but there's parts of it that are just a lot worse than last year's that I don't appreciate. And Evos, I do think if they nailed Evos, especially with a different game mode to play, I'd be playing this game all day. Honestly, I really think I would be. And I'm really hoping next year, I think next year they have to have different game modes or we're actually fucked. I mean, we are beyond finished if they do not have at least one more game mode that is a lot more casual, more laid back, constant okay rewards. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. You even make certain squad requirements if you want to. I don't know, something. This guy says too, if the game had a middle ground, it'd be one of the best FIFA games in a while. And I can agree with that as well. So I'm bringing this up because I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with this? Are you enjoying the game more as it goes on? Are you enjoying it less because the gameplay is really not there for most people right now? How are you feeling about it? You know, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I think that's it. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. See you in the next video over very soon. Peace.